biggest benefit we would have with HighLand Radio would be the county reach. You could advertise with 4, 5, 6 different newspapers trying to reach different areas within the county for your local market, but it wouldn't be the same as advertising 1 week with HighLand Radio for much, much less money. We find that as soon as we start advertising with HighLand Radio, our phone is ringing right away, and that's what we're looking for.
Advertising in HighLand Radio is well worthwhile for me. I do quite a bit of it. I find a good value for money. I get good service, and the advertising that I do reaches a broad audience, so I'm quite happy with it. I'm very happy with it, in fact.
We've been advertising with HighLand Radio for many years, but last year we re-evaluated our advertising approach, and we did find that advertising with local radio, in particular with HighLand Radio, did represent great value for money. It is a great mechanism to communicate with the public.
Well, we find that we get a good feedback from surrounding counties. That's Donegal, Tyrone, and parts of Derry, Fermanagh to a certain extent, which we find the feedback excellent. Very good since we started with HighLand Radio.
So the main benefit for City Derry Airport advertising on HighLand Radio is that 40% of our target audience is from Donegal, and HighLand Radio is an effective platform for us to reach our target audience. HighLand Radio is a trusted brand within the households of Donegal, so it has a lot of credibility in the marketplace. So we find that by advertising on HighLand, we're getting increased brand awareness from the listenership within the local area.
Value through advertising with HighLand Radio would be the number of times our phone is ringing and people saying, I heard you on HighLand Radio. That to us is money, that is ticket sales, that is people making bookings, that is lunch bookings, and that is what we're looking for. If our phone's not ringing, then we're doing something wrong. So we go to HighLand Radio and we ask them to do some kind of advert for us. They put the advert together. They're so on the ball, so professional. They're always knowing what we're looking for. They're always one step ahead of the game. And once we start that advertising, the phones are ringing every time.
Sometimes it takes another week. It takes a week later for it to happen, because sometimes we do advertising this week and actually footfall doesn't happen until the following week. So the more you do of it, the more likely it is to work. There's no point in doing one ad and then sitting back in your lodge. You just have to keep at it.
HighLand Radio is excellent value for money. You always get really good customer service. The sales representative or whoever's dealing with you can help come up with innovative ideas to help promote your products and services on the radio. And it's also very quick turnaround time for getting your product out to the marketplace.
I would say that if you were to take out advertising with HighLand Radio, it will pay back itself many times over.
HighLand Radio, the reason that I have personally been dealing with HighLand Radio for so long is because the staff are consistent. There's a very low staff turnover, so you're always dealing with the same person every time. You pick up the phone, you know you're going to be speaking to Joe Duffy or Mary Duffy on the phone. Their advice is always spot on. They'll tell you exactly what shows to go with if you're very unsure for your product. They'll match your advertising to the right time. They will always unbeatable for price. Like I said about the newspapers, you could be dealing with 4, 5, 6 different newspapers to get the same reach for a week's advertising on HighLand Radio, which is fantastic. So for anybody in the room who's thinking of advertising on HighLand Radio, they're definitely the right choice.